All right, we are returning back to Head on N. I did a bit of research and found out there was a little more to this game than I realized, namely that as you progress in levels, more cars appear. Um, so I figured I'd give the game another swing just so I can at least see it get up to more cars, just because I feel like I haven't really seen everything the game has to offer if I haven't done that yet. So, while waiting for my NES, I decided why not take a swing at this again. I'm going to restart the timer and then I'll just add it to my total later. So there we go. One thing I didn't know when I first played this was that you're able to change the life, although it looks like they only give you one more in this, which is a little sad. Oh, okay. Reset. Hello, Suji. Thank you for testing that my chat was still set up on the side. Didn't I say retro? Well, there we go. All right. Yeah, I pushed it. I must have forgotten to push the button. No, I think it was me. Anyway, I've just boosted up my life. Let's see if I can actually see more cars and not be totally trash at this game. I think how it works is, how do I put my coins in this again? I thought it was 1. It was 5. That's right. How this works is how this works is I think it's every 4 loops you beat, or is it 2? It might just be 2. No, I think it's 4 because I beat 2, didn't I? Well, anyway. Also, I found out those aren't mines. You can get them. I don't know what it means when they're red. I don't know if they're more points or something, but it's totally not a problem. It's kind of sketchy. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Oh. Okay. Bonus. I can't remember. Did I ever beat 2 loops? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. You can get up to 3 cars. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, try and beat all 3. Or, like, 2 laps with all 3. Or 2 rounds with all 3. That might be just too much. We'll see. Oh, I died. Dang it. I tried to go around, but it didn't work. Or try to bait him into going the top way. What's nasty is deaths are, like, mostly... I wish you didn't have to, like, restart everything. Oh, man, he did something tricky. Oh, this is... Oh, my goodness. How did I not get hit there? What? I thought he was 1 further out. Man, this game's actually hard. What if there's, like, consistent strategies you can do for it? Whoa! He is going crazy. Okay, I'm good. Sheesh. You don't really like the... Oh, there's 2 cars! I'm further than I've ever been! Can you believe it? This is bad. Man, I was in a tight spot. Do I go in further? Maybe. Come on, go out. Yeah. Oh. No, man, this is hard. Well, there's my game over. We'll see where I want to go, but I'll keep playing for now. Hello? Do I need to put more tokens in? I guess so. You can only put 1 in at a time, I think. This is a little bit older machine, I think, than some. But now I'm gonna play this game enough that I actually have to learn strategy. Oh, yeah. Level 1 is easy. He's not that smart. Is that enough? I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get to at least 3 cars. If I was really being a completionist about it, I'd want to clear 2 levels with 3 cars, because then it goes back to... That was really stupid. Because then it goes back to 1. And finishes all the loops, so to say. But, I'm not ready to commit to that yet. No, man. Oh, what do I do in that scenario? He's just in a better position than I am. What's up? What do you mean? What's up with the red ones? Oh, dang it. This loop ain't looking so good, or this round. Yeah, I know that. I didn't see when they appear, but what do they mean? How did he know to do that? Oh, they do give twice as much points. That's what I was wondering. Okay. Wow, that was awful. Oh, wait, I did have enough coins, I guess. Huh. It definitely doesn't seem like being impatient like I'm being. It's always a good strat. Ooh. Whoa! He tried really hard to hit me. Sheesh. So the red ones are actually good. I was so scared of them before. I thought they were mines. I was like, I'm not stepping on these things. Turns out they were useful. Although, I don't know. Does this game give you more lives at a certain point? I can't tell. No! Man! It's brutal. What is the strat? There has to be a strat. A safer way to play this game. Like speeding up at the right times. In a way that makes it so you like, can't. I'm dead. Man! I feel like if I went out there, he was just gonna go out. I was toast. It all has to do with, like, timing. I mean, when I'm... Sure, you got me. I thought you had me there, too. Oh. Dude, lay off the speed. Chill. It's going so fast. I'm dead. Man. Ugh, this is so hard. It seems like that, yeah. I do know the earliest stage doesn't, dang it. Doesn't, move 2 spaces at once. Man, this is so tough. At least I've seen the other cars, so I can be a little bit content if I quit now. But, I'd like to at least see 3. And even just... I would really like to beat at least 1 round with 3, but... I'm starting to lose, Dang it. There it was again. It's bad to die in the first level. But then I lose my high score. What is the strat? No. Oh, he was stupid. Oh, it's just level 1. I would have been dead there on later difficulties. No, man. When we're, like, lined up at the same time, or I'm just, like, a tiny bit ahead of him, it's so bad, because he can just adjust right to where I'm at. No sweat. I said to move up. Ugh, this is brutal. I'm getting worse. What if I generally tried moving slower and only sped up when I felt like I needed to? Let's try that. No! I thought he was going to adjust and he didn't. Well, that was my worst one yet. This game actually did pretty well for Sega, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay. I can, like, if I'm really paying attention, I can kind of manipulate one, but it's going to get so hard with the later ones. He starts to speed up at this point, too. It's so scary. Okay, I got it. Oh, man. Sheesh. Back to the 2 cars. No wonder I never beat it originally. When there's 2 of them like that, that is scary as heck. What the? Why'd you not do anything? Oh, I'm stupid of him again. Oh, I thought he was gonna kill me for sure. No, I tried to move all the way up, and I failed. Man, it's so brutal when you die how you just go back to the beginning. I wonder if there's, like, how deterministic the AI is. And could you do the exact strats and always succeed, you know? Oh. One left. Why was my speed up not working? That was weird. That was still, oh man, I'm blurry as heck. No! Oh, that was kind of sketchy. Nope. No! Oh, this is so hard. What the heck? I'm dead. I wasn't paying attention. That was all me. That was really stupid. No, I tried. Man, you like have to be going early to get those 2-lane changes. Was that tied for my best? No. Yes, or that was my best? I don't know. Here we go again. I had a feeling this one was going to be really hard. Wait, like, does it look different? I didn't even notice. Can I tell? Like, how did you know they'd gone over it twice other than... Hold those. way too close. So is it just every time they run over a red one, it does that? It goes up in points? Okay. Go. Ah! Why is my mic so much more loose right now? I can't figure it out. Oh, that was very scary. I do not like how fast he is already. Man! Oh, wait, tighten this. I'm so mad. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to think I probably will not beat the full 2 rounds with 3 cars. I do not foresee it happening. I hate how fast he is. How did I not die? Man! Oh my goodness! How have I ever beaten it at this speed? This makes me so scared for when there's 2 of them at that speed too. No! Whoa. Man. I'm gonna end up spending so much more time on this one. I'm pretty sure I already reached the point I stopped before, just today alone. I was worried about that. That was just one of those situations where it kind of seemed like I was toast, because we were both coming to a junction at the same time. That's what you really have to watch out for. But that becomes really hard when there's 2 of you, and when he's always moving at the fast speed. I'm dead. I'm not dead. You're stupid. There's a react button? Oh no. I don't even know what that is. Oh. Oh, man. What was I supposed to do there? I didn't even see what it did. After I streamed, it's gonna tell you that you reacted to something. Man, it followed me. It when you get stuck in that place and you're both leaving the same, the part where you're gonna meet each other at the same time. It's so hard. I wonder if there are even enough people around today that are pros at this game. Oh. Why? Why did he do that? I'm so mad. He just suddenly sped up. Oh, I wasn't expecting it because it was just level 1. Alright, see you later. We'll see if I'm still playing this by the time you get back. Sheesh. Sometimes I watch people do long plays of arcade videos on YouTube just to, like, see what's in the arcade game. And half the time, they just have, like, cheats on and can't take damage. It's kind of lame. I'm just getting that sweet victory. Sweet. But now for the challenge. The real problem. 2 cars. Which I have yet to even remotely get close. I don't know why he does that sometimes. I meant to go up. Oh. 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 How am I still alive? No, man. It's impossible. And then it all comes back. This would be so much better if the dots all came back afterwards. That's what's killing me here. No. Oh, you stupid. No, it's just impossible when there's 2 of them. Man alive. Why does he do that? I think I need to get the ends first. They're just too fast at the end. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Oh, this is so hard to keep track of 2 of them at once. My goodness. I think at some point here, I'll just call it good. I just kind of get the feeling the intention wasn't really for you to go that crazy with this. Well, what do I know? People got pretty dang crazy with arcade high scores, but it is once again the same dilemma of what counts as beating an arcade game. No! See, like that's impossible when we're going the same speed. But if I decide to speed up to adjust for that, at that point, I'm toast. Because they'll just adjust too. And go into the lane I'm gonna go to. They have to leave before you leave their lane, whatever you want to call it. Before you leave yours, or else you're in a really bad spot. Yay, beat 1. I thought he went out more. Dang. It's so hard to keep track of. This is what, 3 cars is going to be impossible. Because it's so hard to keep track of 2 already. Or, I mean, 1. And by 2, I mean myself and him, really, is what I was saying. So it's hard to keep track of where I need to go and where he's at. I'm dead. Ugh. Thought maybe I could squeeze through in time, but nope. Ah, man, it's just that timing can be so terrible. Oy, oy, oy. How much longer do I do this? I could just get, I'd say even if I could get to 3 cards, I'd be happy, but I'm even getting close to that. I have to beat 4 levels, and I can't get past 3. I feel like I've did this level almost identical to how I've done it in the past. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I've definitely had that run before. I have a feeling there is like a pro strat or like a guaranteed way to play this game. I was in that situation again. The impossible situation. Starting off this way is nice. Can I start off? Can I even do that? Yeah, I can't barely. I was in that situation again. How do I avoid it? Almost in it again, but barely. Bad. Oh, not bad. Go, 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 go. Oh my goodness, what was I gonna do about that? He can move so much. Yikes, man, he's so crazy. I'm dead. I'm not dead. We, like, glitched through each other. Oh! This is so hard. This is impossible. I don't know how people do get at this other than memorization. I forgot how much he freaks out there for no reason. I'm dead. Man. Oh, it's game over. It's bad. Man. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. If they just kept only moving one lane at one time, it would be a lot more simple, but it's not. It's not how it works. Maybe the secret is just to, like, always make massive adjustments. I'm really scared sometimes that I'll just run into one then. Dang. That one time my dad was because I didn't make a massive adjustment, to be fair. it's like toast there no matter what. Unless I went all the way out, maybe. Just trying to try out some new strategies. I meant to be 2 lanes over sooner, and I thought I was, but I wasn't. Everyone's favorite sound on the planet. Game's kind of stressful. And these screeching sounds do not help that one bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. When it starts moving fast, that's when stress is at all time. Right? I'm dead. Man, it's so hard to manage 2 of them at once. It's kind of weird. How did they get so close together? No! I almost had it. That was almost the best I've ever done. But no victory for me. Denied. How'd they get so close together again? That's kind of weird. I meant to go 2 out and I would have been fine. Ah, that was rough. Position was just nasty. It's terrifying. We're both so close together right now. I've done it! I've beaten one version of the 2 cars. Now, if I can beat this level, I at least see the 3 cars, which is something, I guess. I was in a bad spot there. Bummer. Game over. Got farther than I've ever been, which gave me a sliver of hope, I suppose. And I at least get to the 3 cars, so I can at least see them all. It's so much harder than the first time I did it, because I just only beat 1. And as we have seen, beating 1 is much easier. 4. It's much easier than beating 2. I wonder if there's speedruns of this game that I could watch. Get some strats. Even if it's an exact. Like this. Man, I hate that situation. What do you do? I should probably at the very minimum try to adjust 2 lanes. That'll probably help. Out. Thank you. He just started moving so fast when I wasn't ready for it. There was nothing I could have done by that point. I'd like to get that row up there, but well, hold off. We're going crazy fast, so I can freak out. Oh man. Okay. Oh, that's so crazy. That's that hurts. I only have 1 life now. Get some of these outer ones. Out. Yes. Okay. Somehow I just got the 2-1 done already. Am I getting better? Maybe. Let's hope it's good enough. Wait! That was embarrassing. I thought I was I thought we were placed differently. I didn't think we were in the same lane, but we 100% were. That was terrible. Man, my finger started out fully control. I'll pull a pinky. Oh look, is this that same? Oh shoot, not quite. Get out of here. Move out again, please. I don't like the way things are going right now. Thank you. I thought that was turning out like ones I had before, but it definitely was not. going so fast already. I hate this. So we might not be in a terrible spot. Oh, that was almost terrible, though. No! I got greedy. Oh, that was so sad. It was so close. Just having a good run. No deaths. I got denied. That was that bad situation again. I feel like I've had that probably exact same setup before. Does that look really familiar? Oh! I'm dead. Man, there's just some it's so like you can get so stuck in an impossible spot so easily. It's really challenging for me to predict when they're coming. Phew. Finally! Man, I was having such a good run, too. Won't give up hope yet, but I've kind of given up hope. Oh, I thought they were going to get the spots again. Oh, man! That was an impossible situation. They, like, adjust with me. You can't even trick them, which would be kind of nice if you could. Maybe if I get to an hour, I'll start rethinking my desire of what I want to get out of this. Oh, that was evil. Oh, he's so evil. Ugh. You know what? I don't care about high scores. In these circumstances, I just reset. It's just too much of a loss. Losing a life at the first one is just too... It's too senseless to keep going at that point. Why not just reset if I'm just trying to get far? This is the finish I've had before. Come on out. Oh! This thing's incredibly dumb. What's nice is, stopping at the 2 cars doesn't seem like the worst thing, because at least then the bonuses reset. You know, so it's kind of like still a little bit more significant than what I did before. I'm dead. Man, he's just moving too fast. I can't handle it. Maybe I should stop trying to... I should try to, like, lane change every time. I just didn't lane change. I might be dead. Oh! Just move fast. Fast as lightning. I hate it when he starts moving that fast. It's so impossible. Yeah, I was dead. Nothing you can do. dead. It's that same spot again. How do you prevent it? Because it's a little hard to predict where you're exactly going to be lined up every time, because each lane is a different length, so it's not like you're entering and exiting always at the same spot. It's part of what's kind of makes it tough. That's good. Like, I'm sure there's certain, like, pattern kind of things where you can realize, okay, in this situation, I never want to get stuck like this. He's here, when he's kind of here, and I'm kind of there. See, like that, what was I going to do? We were entering at the same time. He was able to adjust. Brutal. I was like, it felt like we were always reaching the loops at the same time, and I kept trying to get away, but there was nothing I could have done. There it was again. I'm thinking about calling it quits soon with this game. At least saw more cars. One feature that I didn't see before. I just hate leaving on such a sad note, you know? I did just have a thought, though. When they are moving really fast, they can't change 2 lanes anymore. Don't know how easy it is to use that information. Something like that. I was stuck in a bad spot again. Guess I just needed to move inwards or something. And there it was again. Ah! How do I avoid it? What is the secret? Welcome back. Look what I'm still on. Dang it. I've beaten it. I've beaten the first level of 2 cars, but never 2 to see the 3 cars. I feel like I'm not really learning anything new, which is unfortunate. I don't know how I didn't die there. I was dead there. If I moved too much to the right, he would have done it too. Only thing I could have done at that point was realize it was happening and move to the left without speed. If I get to an hour, I'm just gonna stop. Say I'm good enough with just seeing the 2. Because at least it resets like the bonuses you see in the center. In a way, it's kind of like just you're bumping up to the next difficulty or something. I'm just making excuses, but I'm dead. Man, I can't even get past the first level now. Only thing I've gotten better at is knowing how soon I'm dead. Which I guess in theory means I should eventually be able to prevent those, but we'll see. What? Oh, that was evil. That was just evil. Plain evil. Like, why can't I jump like that? Way too close. No! Game over on level 1. Sort of. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm at that point where maybe due to my own impatience, I feel like I'm getting worse. Especially since I beat the first part of 2 cars. Wow. Normally I'm not fast enough there to do that. I tried to move over too, but I couldn't for some reason. I really wish it didn't reset your pellets on every death. That would make this a lot more fun, because at least you feel like you're getting somewhere with each life. Ugh! Yeah, I think he's at the point now where he can't move 2 at least. Dead though, because he just moves so fast. Oh, what do I do about it? I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. I tried to move 2. I'm telling you, man, this is impossible. I'm dead. Man. Well, no, because if I try to go straight, he would have just turned. I was just toast. One hour can't come soon enough. It's not good. Why did he go up there? It's bad when you're getting excited about beating the first level. was hoping I could squeeze through. I thought he got me. I'm dead. Yes. What do I do? Dead. Oh. Sheesh. Woohoo, we beat level 1. I'm so excited. No, I was stuck in such a bad situation. Maybe I need to get better at just going over 2 lanes immediately. Like, see those coming just a hair sooner. Just bail. That's bad. Dang it. I was toasted, though. I was on the end, and that's like a really bad spot to be in. If you're on the end, and he's in the second to last... Because you can't, if you go straight, he kills you. If you go up, he kills you. And if you go left too, he also kills you. I don't know how I did that there. So being on the end, I think, is the riskiest spot. I meant to go over twice. What a bummer. He might have still gotten me anyway. Man, the fact that it's been so long since I've seen 2 makes me a little concerned. Like, why am I getting worse? What am I doing differently? Alright, this is probably my last run before I just call it quits. And say, I'm happy with 2. Seeing 2 cars. Again, I don't like leaving on a negative note like that, but oh well. At some point, it's probably just not even interesting anymore to see me play the same thing over and over again. Alright. Ay. I died there a lot. What do I need to stop doing whatever I'm doing that's getting me in that situation, because it's happening a lot. So obviously it's when I start going all the way around. I do 2 like this, go in, go here, I go up, And then I go up here, and this is what kills me. I think I need to go down twice. I'm dead, though. Oh, I'm not dead. I had to go out. See how fast he is going. Go in. I don't know why he didn't go out, but oh, I made it. Finally, back to the 2 cars. Woohoo. So 2 cars are interesting because eventually they somehow get caught up to each other. I don't know why it happens, but it does. I need to get more on the outside. Ay, 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 ay. Guess I need to go on the inside first. Oh, my finger slipped. I was so scared there. Ah, why did my Windows key just get hit? Oh. Okay, somehow I got here. This is the best I've ever done, I think. I've gotten to this point once before, but not with this many lives. Ooh. I saw you say something, but I don't want to look. Because I'm freaking out right now. I'm dead. I got an extra life. Oh, what do you know? I lost my extra life. I'm dead. That was stupid. Wasn't paying enough attention. Ay, ay, ay. Please, game. Give me that sweet taste of at least what it looks like to have 3 cars trying to destroy me. I'm dead. This is looking bad. This level's really hard. What else can I say? He went over 2. That's just tricky. Game over. Oh, I'm so... Okay, you know what? One more try. One more Hail Mary. If I find that that one was... If I'm getting better, I'll keep going. That was a stroke of luck. I just quit. Dead. I'm not dead. I'm not winning, yes. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Deep breaths. Just remember, don't let yourself get caught in that situation. That always kills you. Get up to that point, get a lot of the outer ones, but you need to go down here. Okay. I think that happened before. What? Ah, I thought for sure I was good there. Bummer. You know, one time I got to 9,000 points, so I definitely have gotten that extra life before. I just probably didn't realize it. Why did he speed up then? There was like no way I could have known that unless I just already knew he always sped up then. Of course it will make it behave slightly differently this time. Of course. Probably because my speed was slightly different, but it's still frustrating. The thing is, I can get this to be consistent. I just need to figure out. Here, I have to slow down a little bit. That's what happened to me before. Okay. Hang on. Maybe I just need to... I know I said I quit and I keep going, but... Maybe I just need to start memorizing. I'm dead. That one was just not going my way. I hate dying that soon. Oh, I think I need to quit. I think I need to tell myself to be done. Actually saw something bad happening and prevented it. Whoa, our brains were like perfectly timed. If only I could give myself more than 3 lives too. That would be lovely. Okay, that happened again. Maybe I need to move out twice there. Or move out 2 to the right. No matter what he does. Here we always move out twice. Well, he's like different. We go out again. And then that's where he speeds up and kills me, except for he didn't that time because, of course, he wouldn't. Go out. Oh. Up. In. Up. Okay. Are you winning, bro? No. I didn't see him there. I forgot where I was. In, out. Up twice. In twice. In the middle. Up. Freak myself out. I'm dead. I've been in this situation before. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, I'm not done. Ooh, beautiful. There's my extra life. Oh, beautiful. How did I pull that off? That was lovely. How do I replicate what I did there? Did I actually do something like smart on accident, or did I just get... Or was my skills just actually good? Why am I not moving faster? I'm dead. I was pushing control and I felt like I wasn't moving faster. Maybe I was, and it's just because they were moving so much faster. Couldn't tell. Oh, dang it, man. Ugh. I feel like I'm getting close. I feel like I'm getting close. Who would have thought that this would end up being one of the games I play the longest? Honestly, for a lot of the games, I think I wasn't, like, maxing out their difficulties. I was kind of just beating the easiest and getting to the next difficulty and stopping. Which tells me I should stop. Stop now and be satisfied with getting to the 2 cars, but... Dang it. I'm being too, stubborn right now. It's kind of annoying when I restart it. For some reason, it spawns my other monitor. I have to drag it back over. One of those things you guys just can't see. How are you still on the outside? I'll take it, but that was slightly weird. We were headed for a head-on there. Down, out, up, 2 down, 2 out. It's too unpredictable. Go out here because I've died too many times there as well. Go in. Sure. We die now. Sure. Man, I hate this game. Okay, maybe that might be a little drastic, but this game is very frustrating sometimes. You can be playing so smart and then suddenly you dead. I need to go out there. I knew that. I knew that. Dead. Man, when he starts going fast, it's just curtains for you. Okay, I'm trying another new strat. And he killed me already. Ugh. Oh yeah, I'm still being stubborn. I should probably move on. I didn't do this the way I normally do it. I saw that coming. I just thought I'd be able to get there in time. Here's the case of I should have reset, but I didn't. Hey, look. It's this side. I don't remember it going like that, though. I need to just see those like a hair sooner and then prevent them. I'm seeing them like right when it's too late. I thought I could squeeze by. I could not. This is my best run so far, by the way. I'm starting to dip back into that. I'm doing terrible. Huh, I don't know what you were thinking, dummy. I almost died. Am I really moving on to the next level with 0 lives? This has to be the worst idea I've ever had. Although think of how glorious it would be if I actually made it this attempt. Let's keep going. I meant to go twice and I failed. Of course. Game over. Why does he do that sometimes? He's like, ugh, I can't decide. I don't like it when he starts going fast like this. No, I said to go over twice. Man, I'm getting worse again. Why does this always happen to me? Why do I just have strokes of genius? Followed by... like, really... suddenly I get really bad at the game again. Man, I was so close one of those times. I don't know how I get in this situation sometimes. That's like the ideal scenario for level 1. But I just can't seem to always get it. Still feel like I'm not good at ending level 2 either. There's like a ton of it I have memorized. Then right here, everything starts to fall apart. If we go in here, no, that kills us. I already knew this. This is why you go out there. Then we go up twice. That's right, get him out. No, man, yeah. Don't you dare do it. I'm too mad for this. I said 1 hour. I said 1 hour, and here we are, 1 hour and 20 minutes in. Oh, shoot. I'm dead. I'm not dead somehow. Huzzah. I was dead there. I had to go in, I guess. But it's like, how do you... What is the secret to this game, man? There has got to be a way to think about this game. I'm going slow this time. No, wait. Am I... What? How did I get in this situation? I'm dead. What do I need to do differently? What is it? Alright, I'm giving this until I've played for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then I quit. I'm not making progress anymore. Things are downhill. I'm dead. Ah! What? Master volume. Now I'm starting to be worried because this will be like my first video back, and it'll just be an hour of me playing head on end. And get the good run somehow. I should have just gone straight, man. Should have just gone straight. Out. Come on out. No. Thank you. Once again, it's like, finally, I beat level 1. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm dead. It is just impossible. This game's impossible. The only guy I saw get that far was because they had cheats on. Which might have actually been true. I can't remember. I died already. You know what? I'm gonna go back even sooner. This right here, this is my last one. My goal is to see 2 cars. That's all I care about. If I see 2 cars, I'm happy. I don't need to see 3 cars. That's like basically very, very hard mode. I'm not gonna do very, very hard mode in games. Right? Let's see to keep convincing myself. I like it when it ends with 2 on one side like this. Alright, I'm gonna make it to 2 cars fine, and I'll be happy, be content. I'm not a quitter. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. How do I make it sometimes so, like, quickly? This level. What is different about those ones? I'm not gonna see the 2 cars, but I'm gonna quit anyway. Okay. I believe 2 cars, the dream. It can happen. He's never done that before. Well, I'm done with this game.